Welcome back to Saca las Bolitas podcast. My name is Brujo, and I'm right here with our special guest today, my homegirl Jeanette, who I've known for a really long time. Hey, how are you doing? Good. I know it's a little awkward because this is her first this is her first podcast, right?
Yeah.
So it's a little awkward, guys, but you know she's a real trooper for coming through today. We definitely appreciate you for being on Saca las Bolitas. So you know, thank you. Shout out Jeanette.
Thanks for inviting me. Definitely broke the shell on this one.
Yes, for sure. That's why we had to make sure we had, you know, plenty of VMCs on deck, plenty of modelos on deck, because, you know, para los nervios, you know what I mean? But, man, how you been, though? How you been?
I've been good. You know, life is life, and I'm pretty sure for everybody, so.
Yes, true.
But we're good. We're still here.
Yeah, heck yeah. Today's Saturday. We're filming on Saturday today.
Yeah.
But how was your day today so far?
You know, mom life for sure. You know, woke up. I tried to sleep in, but it's like, God does not let me sleep in.
Yeah.
So, you know, woke up, typical Saturday morning, make breakfast, clean. The boys had soccer. So I se nos fue el día all day in soccer.
Yeah.
So, and then got home, fed the kids again, got ready real quick, and then made it over here.
I saw that it was a pretty busy day, so I was like, man, you know. So again, you know, we just want to thank you again for showing up, for coming through. Because we actually tried to plan this about 2 weeks ago, huh?
Yeah.
About 2 weeks ago. But then it was Easter weekend last weekend. So it was like, okay, definitely can't record that day. And then, you know, we can't record during the weekdays because the weekdays are even more busy for both of us. So we're like, okay, you know what? Let's set it up for this weekend. So shout out Jeanette for showing up. Shout out Jeanette for coming through. But I noticed that the boys are both in soccer now. Yeah, that's pretty tight. Mm-hmm. That's pretty tight. Cheers to that.
Mom life.
Yeah,
Soccer mom life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's hella cool. And then plus I also saw that you also got a second job now too. So that must, you know, really book up your schedule too. Pretty staying super busy.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, me too, man. I got a little part-time, you know, helping out at my sister's job too. So that's, you know, there goes my evenings right there. You know, it's been super busy with that. Plus the business and stuff. But so let me see. So the first topic is, so I remember you actually used to do modeling at car shows.
Yeah.
Right? So how was that?
Oh, that's taking it back.
Yeah.
I'm like trying to remember, I want to say it was like 2015, end of 2015, maybe 2016, Cali car shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were some good times.
Yeah.
They were fun times.
Yeah, shout out Cali car shows, man. Because I remember that's back when I still had my car. Mm-hmm. And I would bring my car out to the local car shows. And I would always see you out there, you know, and stuff with the whole paparazzi crew and everything. That was pretty tight. But yeah, that was definitely a long time ago.
Yeah, it was. Here and there me salen the little Snapchat memories or like Instagram memories, and I'm just like, oh.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? Like when you if sometimes it feels like it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
But when you really think about it, because we're now in 2025, so that's like 10 years already. What the F?
Yeah,
like
literally.
When did that happen? What? Oh man. No, that's tight though. But have you ever thought of doing the modeling thing again?
Honestly, no.
No?
Yeah, sometimes I joke around about it, like, oh, maybe I should go back. But no, I think that that era's done. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, especially now that your weekends are super busy.
Yeah,
man.
Definitely. So
yeah, no, I feel
good times. We could look back at the pictures, and I look at them now, and I remember damn, I should have not wore that, or I should have done my hair different. My makeup was a mess back then. But I mean.
Sí, yo por eso no tengo pelo. Because, you know, it's too much maintenance, man. It's too much maintenance. I try to deal with all that. Oh, man. Nah, I feel you. But, one thing I forgot to say in your intro right now, that you're actually Team Pisces.
Yes.
Right? Team Pisces. So another water sign right here. So you're a March Pisces, right? Tight.
Bien llorona.
Yeah. Yeah. I seen it. Yeah. No, but yo también, man, somos bien emotional, you know, los water signs. Mm-hmm. So I feel like that's why a lot of water signs stick together, because we're all we're the emotional ones of the zodiac, you know. Yeah. But so that's why we're gonna try to not cry on here today. We're gonna try, Because for those of you guys that know, like, that you guys been following us, you know, my sister that does the podcast too, she's a water sign too. So sometimes she be almost crying or I'll be almost crying. It's like, dang. So now we got a new Pisces on here. I mean, a new water sign on here. Pisces. So yeah. Oh, okay. So like, did you pretty much like, have you pretty much like lived in Sacramento your whole life?
Yeah, I think we actually, well, I wasn't born in Sacramento. I actually hate saying where I was born because it's so ghetto, and dude. I'm not ghetto.
Yeah, definitely.
But I was actually born in Oakland.
Oh, shit, what? Oh,
shout out to the Bay Area.
Shout out Oakland.
East Oakland.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, we moved to Sacramento. I want to say when I was like maybe 3 years old. So
yeah, okay.
I do say I was pretty much raised in Sacramento.
Yeah. We do have a lot of people that watch us from Oakland, you know, so shout out Oakland. It's all love. We love you guys.
We love Oakland.
Yeah.
But I won't be going anytime soon.
Yeah. No, but I feel it though, because me too, pretty much same thing. I was born somewhere else. I was born in Mexico. And then I moved here when I was about same age, probably like about 4 or 5. Well, by the time I got to Sac, I was probably already about 5, 6 around there. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was a long way from where I was born to here. I don't even know how we ended up here. It's like pretty far.
I know, like, I always think about that. I tell my parents, like, so why did you guys choose Sacramento? Like, we could have gone somewhere to, like, a whole different city, but I guess.
Yeah, it's crazy because, like, when you find out Mexicans that are, like, in other states, hella far from the border.
Like, how did they end up, like, in Chicago or, like, Florida or and then here I am in, like, Sacramento, California.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, yeah, you could have just crossed the border and chill. It's like, you guys really had to just keep walking way up there. Like, what the hell? Man, no, I feel you though. I feel you. Sometimes I'd be like, man, what the heck? But you know what's funny though? Like in my case, it's because my grandpa in Wisconsin, he used to come over here to work, but it was very seasonal. So he would only come up for like a couple months out of the year.
Yeah.
But then somehow he just ended up bringing everybody else and left them here, including me. I was like, what the heck, man? Damn. But yeah, that's tight though. But okay, cool. So did you go to high school out here in Sac?
So I did go to Valley.
Okay,
I
tight.
went like 1 year, and then I transferred to Laguna, and I did graduate from Laguna because we moved to Elk Grove. So I would kind of say I'm from Elk Grove.
Yeah.
I do say I'm from Elk Grove because I literally have lived there like ever since.
Yeah. Okay.
So I did graduate Laguna class of 2010.
Tight.
2010.
Tight. Shout out Laguna. Shout out Valley High too. Because right now where we're filming this, we're actually pretty close to Valley High. Kind of. It's like right back here, like right back behind this wall right here, kind of. Right. So we're like right. Yeah, it's pretty close to here.
Yeah.
No, that's tight though. That's tight. But so which one did you like more, Laguna or Valley High School?
I enjoyed going to Laguna. Like I actually remember when we moved to Elk Grove, and I had either I was gonna go to Franklin during the time or Laguna, but the list for Franklin was like super overpopulated. So once they finally called us, like, hey, do you want to transfer schools? It was senior year, and I was like, oh no, like I'm staying at Laguna. But yeah, I mean, I liked it. Yeah.
Cool, that's tight. My tia actually lives right by Franklin High School.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then my madrina too. Shout out my tia. Shout out my madrina.
Yeah. So I live around the area too. By like Franklin High School area, and my parents' home is around there too. So yeah,
you guys are pretty much vecinos. With
literally,
my tia.
We're all neighbors.
Yeah. Dang, that's cool though. That's cool. So, did you end up going to Consumidist right there? Because you know how it's like right there, kind of like Elk Grove. The college right there?
The college? Yeah. Actually, when I went to Valley, we would ditch lunch and then we would go across the street to have like lunch in the cafeteria. So, college lunch was better than high school lunch. Yes. But I actually didn't go to that college. I think I went to like Sac City for a few years, and then I did like a vocational school.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out Sac City. I went to Sac City too for a little bit. Yeah. I was trying to be an engineer. Then I became a podcaster. I was like, I have that. No, but it's true. For those of you that don't know, so Consumidist College is right across the street from Valley High School.
Yeah.
So a lot of the students from Valley High School, they go over to Consumidist College.
Yeah, and like now I think they have like a whole gate. It's like a big gate, but it's like that.
Yeah.
These kids cannot hop over that gate anymore.
Yeah, they really did. I feel like they started noticing, too many minors coming on campus.
Yeah.
So they really built like it's crazy. It looks crazy now. It looks kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But that's cool though, man. That's cool. So let me see. So the next topic. So tattoos. I know you have a few tattoos already, but do you have any more tattoos that you're planning on getting, like, for example, like this year, anytime this year?
Yeah, I actually do. I've been like dying to get my birth year. 1992.
Hey, 1992.
92 babies. Yeah, I've been I'm like, okay, I'm itching for ink, but I don't know. It's just like por una cosa por otra, like no se hace. But this year I do want to get that tattoo. And my tattoos are all over the place. Parezco pizarrón, like my dad said.
Yeah, dude. Oh, man. Ya cuando te empiezan a llamar una bolsa de chipotle, it's all bad, man. It's like, fuck. No, that's tight, though. That's tight. That's pretty cool. But are you going to get it like just regular 1992? Or like Roman numerals? Or like como...
Yeah, I want to do like the old English font, and then I want to do it red because
that's tight.
I have little red tattoos. And like it just looks so cute. Like they just pop out. So, I want to. Yeah,
they do. Like right here, like my hand right here, it's all black and gray, and then the little red heart. So it like hella pops.
Yeah, it does pop.
That's tight.
Bien blanco. So.
yeah, exactly. I know. Team light skin team or whatever. I forgot what if you do get that one, so that would be like your next tattoo that you'll get?
Yeah.
Oh, that's tight. That's like tight. I know, man, me too. Like I feel like I definitely want like I always have some kind of tattoo that I want. Mm-hmm. Like I feel like it's just never enough, Like I feel like damn, it's never enough.
Yeah.
But I have a few that I might get this year also. But what do you like more, tattoos or piercings?
Definitely tattoos.
Tattoos, yeah, exactly.
'Cause, I mean, I have like my nose pierced. I tried getting the other side, and it was just like I'm like, okay, yeah, it's not healing. Like I know, I was like, this is a sign. I can't have like that many piercings. Yeah.
Have you ever tried to do a piercing on yourself?
I know.
Oh shit, dude, that'd be crazy.
No, I don't know how people do it. I mean, shout out to them, but I can't. No.
Yeah, because you always hear stories like somebody's, when I was 15, I fucking pierced my ear or my fucking nipple or something by themselves. It's like, what the fuck? How the fuck, bruh? Surprised they didn't bleed out.
Well, not the nipple piercings on yourself.
Yeah, dude, can you imagine? Oh, that'd be all bad. Fudge. No, I know. I think for my next tattoo might be como like on my leg. Okay. Just because I'm trying to have my legs catch up to my arms.
I know. I'm like, where are you? You're all tatted. I'm like, where are you gonna put more tattoos at? But yeah.
Yeah. No. So it'll probably be on my leg, my right leg right here. Mm-hmm. Because I got a bunch last summer.
Okay.
I vlogged some of them, but so I kind of tattoos are addicting.
Yeah.
So I just feel como cuando miro like one leg y miro la otra, I'm like, oh fuck, me falta más, especially on the side over here on the side.
Yeah.
But man, I feel it though. That's tight though. Getting your ear though, that's fucking tight. That's tight. Do you have the Pisces symbol tatted on you?
I don't know. Like nunca me llamó. I have like some cousins. I have a cousin actually that has hers, and it looks cute. But I just never nunca me llamó la atención to like get that. Actually.
Yeah. That's tight. Me, I don't have the Scorpio symbol tatted on me. But I have a lot of scorpions tatted on me.
Yeah.
So I have a few of those. But let me see. Okay, so the next time. So do you want to talk about how we met? We don't have to talk about that one, but it's up to you.
Yeah, I mean, so it was through Instagram, no?
Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna take another sip of this. I think you should take another. Yeah. Cheers. I feel like we need to cheers to that one.
I want to say it was a while back ago. I remember I came across your page on Instagram, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. I think you were doing your card readings during that time, and I had just like started a new relationship.
Yeah.
And I just like wanted answers.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, let me like book this tarot reader. Yeah. And I remember I was at work, and I told my coworker, I found this person on Instagram. Like I'm gonna go get a reading. She was looking at me like, girl. And I was like, yeah, I don't know, like, should I go? And she was like, yeah, well, just be careful. Like, share your, I know, sorry. But I was like, share your location, you know, like, because you never know, like, meeting a stranger online is a scary thing. So I remember I shared my location with her. And then, like, once I pulled up and, like, I met you, I, like, literally immediately, girl, I'm good. Like, everything's good. Like, it's legit. He's super nice. And I was like, I'm fine. So, yeah, I remember that's how we met.
Yeah, because it was pretty late when you got here. It was dark. It was dark and it was cold.
Like, nobody knows where I'm at. Only my coworker. Like, but it was cold during that time.
Yeah, so it was like rainy season and it was cold. And then by the time you pulled up, because I remember you were like, oh, I'm at work, but could I go after work for my reading? I was like, yeah, you know. So then by the time you got here, it was already hella dark outside. It was like 9:30 at night. So yeah, you know, it definitely makes sense. You know, good thing that you're safe.
Yeah.
Luckily, you found someone who was actually legit. You know, the famous brujo. You know, what I'm saying, the famous Scorpion Tarot. But yeah, that was crazy. I still remember that too. I remember, like I said, the main thing I remember was that it was hella late and it was already dark. Because I remember when you pulled up. You were like, hey, I'm outside. And I had to walk out there. Mm-hmm. And I think you parked like a couple houses down.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, you know, I don't see you. And then like, it's hella dark. So I finally see her like walking up. Like out of the darkness, I just see her coming up. Oh, shit. But it was hella late. But yeah, that was crazy, man. That was crazy.
I usually park. I know you noticed when I got here. I park like I just like when I'm in streets que no conozco, I like to just park far away, and I'm like all paranoid, like what if people come outside and what are you doing outside my house? Why are you parked here? I'm like, don't tell me, please.
no, that's cool. Like here though, like here my neighbors here, luckily, you know, my neighbors are cool, and then they know that, you know, sometimes customers come pick up their stuff here and stuff like that, and they know I do readings and stuff, so they're cool. They're pretty cool about it. But yeah, you did, like today she did park hella like a couple houses down across the street over there, like kind of far. But it's cool though. It's good. Like that. That's a good neighbor.
Going back to that about the neighbors, like knowing what you do in the beginning, did you have to explain to them? Because I'm sure, like, you know, a lot of customer people are like, what is that person doing? Are they selling drugs? Like, do I need to report them?
Yeah, that's really what it looks like. Yeah, that's really what it looks like. Right?
Yeah.
Right?
No, even like, you know, sometimes when I would like stop by, I would feel like, oh my God, people are like, what is this person like buying? Like when I'd come get sage or stuff like that, you know, people wonder. So did you ever did they ask you, or, I mean, I'm sure they didn't ask you, like, are you selling drugs?
Yeah.
But like, how was that conversation, or how did that?
So they didn't ask me directly, but they asked like my family. Or they just kind of looked at me weird, you know? Cause for those of you that don't know, so usually like customers will come up, they'll drive up. So I tell them, hey, you don't have to get out your car. Just let me know you're here, and I'll come out and give you your bag, right? Whether it's sage or velas or whatever. So then all my neighbors see is that I hand them a bag and they hand me money, you know. So it looks hella weird. Yeah. And then the way I look, they're like, oh, we got a Mexican right there selling who knows what, right? So, you know, in the beginning, I did get like those weird looks. Yeah. But then like little by little, because everybody here owns their house. So little by little, you know, they kind of got to know us, and like, so they're cool about it. Yeah. So that's why like now I just tell my customers, oh, you know, it's cool. Like, you know, like my neighbors know, like. Yeah,
they know what you're buying.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So like, or even como a veces, like I have to leave customers' orders outside my door. Yeah. So like my neighbors already know, like, okay, like if a car pulls up and they walk up to the door and get a bag or whatever, or get a package, you know, they already know, you know. Yeah. But yeah, but if for somebody who doesn't know, it would look hella weird. It would look hella weird, man. Like,
we got the Karens like calling the away on you.
Yeah, like I remember I used to post hella memes about that. I used to post hella memes about like, you know people that if people that don't know what I'm selling, they're like, oh shit, looks like a drug deal going on. And a lot of my clients too, they've told me, like, they're like, oh shit, I feel hella weird like pulling up like that, because it just looks weird, because it really does, you know, it really does.
No, it does.
And then I come out the house fucking bald headed, fucking hella tattoos. They're like, oh, what's really going on over here? The fuck? No, but that's cool though. But seriously though, I'm hella glad, you know, you found my page, because like I said, that was like a hella years back. Yeah. And you know, it's been, you know, like a cool ass friendship. Like we've been hella cool ever since. She's always supporting. I remember even when I was doing the merch, yeah, she always supported with the merch. like the shirts and the leggings and stuff.
Oh yeah, I still have the shirt. I think it was the black and like pink. Was
Yeah.
it pink or yellow?
I think it was black and pink.
Oh, okay,
Black
yeah.
and pink, yeah. I know. I gotta get more merch. We're actually thinking of doing more merch, but for the podcast.
Okay.
Yeah. So like instead of the Scorpion Tarot stuff, it's gonna be like the podcast stuff. Yeah. So I'll definitely let you know when those are in for sure. For sure.
You should place your order, guys.
Yeah. Exactly, man. Exactly. When those are back in, you're gonna have to come back to modeling again after to model some of the merch. You know what I mean? Especially at the car shows. No, not even at the car. That's the only bad thing about beer. Can I say fucking? No, not even at the car shows, but just like at all the events, like especially the pop-ups, that I go to. Dude, and it's crazy because I'll be doing a lot of pop-ups right there in Oak Grove, like where you're at, like all right there. Hopefully soon, hopefully by next month, hopefully in May, I'll do like another pop-up.
Yeah, now that hopefully the weather starts getting better.
Yeah.
Because, it'd be all sunny and then today, like, overcast. Like, Mother Nature pick. Like, what? Do you want to be spring? Do you want to be cold? But...
Yeah, like today, I remember I was like, it's going to rain today. Because we had planned to record today. And I told her, I was like, oh, dude, it might rain today. Because I have to run like a wire from here to the house, from the studio right here to the house. So if it's raining, it might be a bad thing. But luckily, the rain stopped early, like in the morning. Oh, okay, so one thing that I always like to ask people on the podcast is paranormal experiences and stuff related to that. So the first question would be about sleep paralysis. Have you ever experienced sleep paralysis?
Oh, man. Okay, so I want to say maybe it was like almost a year ago when I first experienced like my first sleep paralysis. I had a friend, because, we're no longer friends, but who always would get them. I remember she would always tell me like, hey, like it happened again last night. And she was always like terrified, like it literally was something that would really keep her up and like not let her sleep. And I remember when it first happened to me, oh my God, the next day I woke up like asustada, like, it was still like even thinking back to it sometimes where it's this horrible feeling. Like you feel like you're awake, but you're not awake. And like you feel something over you and you're trying. I remember like screaming. Like I told my son the next day, like, did you hear me screaming? Like he's like, no, like what are you talking about? I remember screaming at the top of my lungs. Like I kid you not, like get off of me, like, and you can't, like it doesn't come off of you and you're like, what is this? Like, am I dreaming? Is it real? So I remember praying, like I was like praying like, oh my God, like Diosito, like please, Padre Nuestro, like seriously. And then finally the episode ends and like you just, I don't know if you go back, I'm like, I researched it the next day. I'm like, what is this that happened to me? Like it was so bad. And when I looked into it, it does say, like it's a real thing. Like sleep paralysis is a real thing. And I don't know if it's really just demonic or just, actual, like legit that, that happens, but it's not fun.
Damn, dude. Fuck, that's trippy.
Let me have a little drink of that because even like thinking about it now, it's just like, please don't happen to me anytime soon. Cause
I need to drink some too. Check it out. This is the VFC, the Jamaica one. I don't think I've tried this one before.
Canelo, sponsor me if you're seeing this video.
Yup. Shout out Canelo Alvarez. No, dude, that's trippy though. So like me, I've never experienced it, but all my family has experienced it, and then a lot of my clients have experienced it. But it's trippy, man. That's fucking crazy. Because a lot of times they also say that you'll see a figure in the corner sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like this guy. They'll see something in the corner like this guy. No, shout out our sponsor, DZ Dolls, for making it that little guy. But yeah, but like, did you see como una figura or anything like that?
No, I didn't see anything, but I just felt everything. Damn. Yeah. So I clearly don't like really know if I was awake or if I was asleep, but I just felt it and it felt so real and it was just like, and it's bad. It's scary. Me pasó 2 times. So yeah, it was 2 times. And, ever since, no.
Dang, 2 times within the last year? Mm-hmm. Oh, fudge.
Yeah, it happened in the same year.
Fudge. I'm going to have to hook you with some sage or something. Because damn,
Clean the bad spirits.
that's crazy.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. No, so far I've been lucky enough that I've never experienced it.
Yeah.
But you know, being Mexican, we always hear the tia, the tío, the abuelo, the abuela, the vecino, this person. Somebody always had it, So I'm grateful that I've never experienced it, but man, that sounds fucking trippy for sure. Yeah. That sounds trippy.
No, it is. It's scary and it's real. Like it's legit. Like, people. And yo no creía, like, I know in Spanish they say que se te sube el muerto.
Sí, yeah.
Yeah, and it literally feels like that. So, yeah.
Como for ejemplo, right now, how you said, like, you started praying, like that's a good tip, that's some good advice, right? To start praying, whichever prayer you resonate with. But yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, during the moment, I just remember, like, Diosito and, like, Virgencita, like, please, like, just wake me up or, like, make this end because it was so scary.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's trippy, man. What about, like, any other paranormal experiences that you might have experienced, como, like, whether when you were little or even as an adult?
Okay. Let's see. I do remember going to Mexico. And of course in Mexico, like, I feel like, I don't know if it's the energy out there or what, but there's a lot of stories out there, I feel like when we stayed at my abuelita's house, que en paz descanse, I feel like nos asustaron, like for sure. Like it was like one of the most scariest nights that I remember because this was years ago. I didn't even have kids. I was still, I think I was still, I want to say unos 15 por ahí, around that age 15. And we stayed at my grandma's house. It was me, my mom, and my brothers. I think it was actually just one brother. So we all stayed and my grandma only had 2 rooms. And so we stayed in the guest room, and my grandma loved birds. So she had like this clock. It was, I don't know if you remember, like the birds. It was like a wooden clock, and it had a bird. And every hour, daban las 12, la 1, 1, 2, 3. Every hour the bird would like come out. Yeah. And I remember that night, the bird just like every time it was like 1 or 2 or 3 in the morning, like the bird would come out and se oían like footsteps, like you can literally hear like people running around. And I remember me and my mom would just like, she was awake too. She can vouch for me on this one, but like we would look at each other like when is this night gonna end? Like it just felt hot in that room. I remember feeling sweaty and just like I just wanted that night to end. So around that topic, like I don't know if it was paranormal activity, but like nos asustaron. Like they were like, we don't want y'all here. But yeah, I think that's one of like the only times that I had like an experience where I felt scared during the night, and I felt like somebody was there. There was somebody there.
Yeah, dude, it's real scary when your mom's scared. When your mom's scared, Mexican moms don't ever get scared. If your Mexican mom gets scared, that's when you know it's freaking haunted, man.
Yeah. I was like, I know, like, I wasn't the only one. Like, she was just like, ay, no, que ya se acabe la noche. I was like, I just want to. And, we didn't tell my grandma anything. Like, of course, what my poor grandma. But yeah, it was just like, this is, and we only stayed with that one night. We were like, we're gonna go back to, my other grandma's house. Cause this was my, grandma from my dad's side. Oh. So my poor mom at the ahí. So that was a night for sure.
Dang. Yeah. What part of Mexico was that at?
In Guadalajara. So my family's from Jalisco. Yeah. And, it was actually in Guadalajara. So.
Tight.
Yeah.
Dang, I know, por eso estás bien buena. That's why we're like the same color, pretty much. Because we got family over there too. But what was I gonna say? Those clocks, those are classic, man. Those clocks. Creo que se llaman cuckoo clock.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Creo que se llama cuckoo clock, and we were talking about it earlier before we started recording. how in the movie the Addams Family, they had one. They had one of those.
Yeah.
That's a classic movie too, by the way. That's a classic movie. But damn, dude, that's trippy though. That's really scary.
Yeah.
But dude, I swear, the most scariest paranormal stories always start off with, "We went to Mexico." It's like so much energy over there, right?
Yeah.
It's like, dude, it's like I was in Mexico and then this bullshit happened. It's like, dude, because over there, like la neta, dude, like I feel like the energy is just more crazy over there.
Yeah.
Like because of all the history. You know?
Yeah, for sure. And it's like once you hear like, oh, allá cuando fui al rancho,
Sí.
or like you already know, and you know it's real.
Yeah.
Because it is true. Like, you know, people, my grandma has told us stories too of stuff that happens, and I know my grandma's not lying.
Yeah.
So
yeah, especially como imagínate like back in like her days when she was a little kid.
yeah.
You know, when like maybe the streets didn't have as many lights and it's even more dark.
Yeah.
Dude, that's trippy, man. But shit, glad you guys got out of there though. That's crazy. That's hella crazy.
Yeah.
Dang. What about, and so you say you're about 15 when that happened, roughly? Like
Yeah, around that. Yeah, when I was 14, 15. Yeah.
Dang.
So, and I still remember clearly.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't forget that night.
Yeah, no, heck yeah, dude. Yeah, I was gonna see, man. It's like it just follows you. It stays with you.
Yeah.
Dang. What about what about here in Sac or even in Oakland? Do you have any from around there from like when you were those ages?
No. Well, Oakland, no, because I left like really young. Yeah, but here, luckily, no. I don't think the demons followed me here.
Yeah, I know. No, you know where it does have like a lot of energy that I felt, and I actually want to do a whole episode about it. Is aquí en el Rio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because like right here where we're recording, the river's like a few minutes away from here. Like it's pretty close to where I'm at right here. So I actually like when I was little, my mom and my tias lived like by the Rio right there. So they have hella stories. So I want to do an episode like my mom talking about her stories.
Yeah.
And then me from like my point of view of a little kid remembering like, because I would see boats like halfway sunk in, you know, like old boats. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's some trippy-ish. Then, okay, let's see. Okay, so the next topic is the gym. So I noticed you've been staying consistent, man. That's actually pretty tight. So, you know, shout out Jeanette, man, because
It's not easy.
yeah, every time I see you post the gym, I'm like, oh, dude, like that hella motivates me for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, I think right now I'm at that stage where it's like, you can kind of tell I'm at the gym, but you can also tell que no le digo no a un pan. Yeah, but it's honestly, the gym just has been so therapeutic, you know, like, I go like midday, and I actually call it my midday therapy because that's like my only me time, you know, being a full-time mom and working full-time, 2 jobs, and literally the gym time is like my only me time. So I'm literally there just like I put my headphones on and I disconnect from the world. And I love the gym. I literally do not see it as a chore. And honestly, beyond like being fit or anything, it's just like more for mental health.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, because I know because right now the way your schedule is pretty much is like work, gym, work, huh? So it's like that's your only little like chill time for yourself.
Yeah.
But no, that's definitely, I know it's motivating me. So I know that other people that see it on your story, I know it motivates them for sure, man. So
I know. And sometimes I'm like, damn, should I post again? Like I'm at the gym. I know people are so judgy, you know, and honestly, I do it more for me because it's more like for accountability or so sometimes, you know, it'll come up on your memories like you were at the gym and this and that. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to keep posting because who cares if somebody thinks I'm making it my whole personality. It is my whole personality. So I'm going to keep posting.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, for sure. Definitely keep posting because like I said, it's motivating a lot of us for sure. Because me too, lo mismo, like when I'm at the gym too, I'll be like, oh, maybe I shouldn't post it today because I just posted it yesterday.
Yeah.
But when I see like other people post, like for example, like when I see your post, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like, you know, if she could keep showing up every day to the gym, I can keep showing up every day to the gym.
Yeah, no. And I've had actually some people, you know, tell me like, oh, I see you at the gym. So I'm like, if she had time to go, like, you know, I definitely like need to try and make it. So yeah, it feels good. It feels good to motivate people and, you know.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So shout out to you for that, man. Shout out to you for that. Because I'm one of the people you motivated for sure.
Oh.
All right, cool. So the next topic has to do with dating. I know a lot of people hate this topic, but I would ask you, what are red flags in dating? So for example, if you meet somebody, right? Mm-hmm. What are red flags that person would have that you would consider red flags?
Well, red is my favorite color. So I don't see red. No.
She likes this guy right here.
I love red. Red's, we love red flags over here. No. No, if it's one thing I've learned in life is pay attention to red flags because they are a thing. It is a thing. And I don't know. It's hard to think because it's sometimes something you really need to sit down and think about, like, what is a red flag for me?
Yeah.
I think right now with a lot of people being like single parents, like a red flag for me, for like, say, a single dad would be if they have a kid that's under like 3.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they are still messing around with the baby mama if the kid is under 3. So for me, like, personally, that would be a red flag if the child is under 3 years old.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see. Let me think.
I know.
I'm like not dating right now, so I'm like, I don't know. I need to think about these things. But I'm glad you bring up the topic because maybe I do need to sit down and be like, okay, so what are red flags for me? Maybe like somebody who is like overly jealous. To me, that's a red flag. Like, I don't want to feel like somebody's controlling me. I just, no.
Yeah.
Like, imagine like you invited me on your podcast and I had a overly jealous boyfriend there. Like, you're not gonna go do that. Like, no, yes, I am gonna go do it. Like, so maybe somebody that's overly jealous, that's a big red flag for me.
I agree with that one for sure. Especially like doing what I do. And like my clients come to my house to pick up their orders, or they come to my house to do readings and stuff. Mm-hmm. And like 99% of my clientele is females. So if I had somebody and if they live with me and they were like tripping off of that, then it would definitely be an issue. So like it's good to have somebody who's very understanding and like, okay, you know what? I know it's your job, or I know it's, it means something to you. So if they're understanding like that and they're cool with it, perfect. Yeah. But when they start tripping too much, then that's when it becomes an issue. Yeah. Okay, so here's a question, right? So somebody who say you're with somebody and they don't post you, they don't want to post you on their social media. Would you consider that a red flag?
Ooh. Okay. So back then I used to get mad. Like I was like, okay, so are you hiding me, or like, why aren't you posting me? Yeah. But honestly now, like 2025, like I don't care. Don't post me. Yeah. Que nadie sepa. Yeah. Like you want to, like, it doesn't bother me. No.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Cool. Because I'm not going to post you either.
Yeah. No, it's crazy because a lot of times, like, knowing how weird people are sometimes people are just weird. Like not you and your partner, but like just people around you, that them posting you or you posting them, the weird people come out. The weird people come out of nowhere and just, so sometimes it is best to like not know.
Chismes. Like if I could go back and have hidden my past I would have. Yeah. Not necessarily like hid it because like, oh, I'm trying to be secretive about it, but more for like the bad vibes that people send or just like anything. So now definitely now that I'm actually grown and know about that like stuff, like I'm just like, no, I wouldn't have like posted. I would have kept it mejor. Yeah,
just even the fact of them seeing you happy, they just hate you for it. Like they just hate you for it. Yeah. So that's very understandable. Let me see. Oh yeah. So any other red flags that you would consider in a person, in the other person?
Like I said, I love red. No. Maybe we have to come back on that one. But I do want to make a list, and like next time, like I know, like, okay, girl, like you need to look out for all these things. Yeah, for sure. It's a lot, and especially now in 2025, like dating is hard and it's trash, and I don't know, these guys it's like the roles switched. And and then the princesos, like the guys want to be like those princesses, and I feel like the girls are the ones that are like, I don't know, the roles somehow reversed, but
yeah, it's crazy right now. That's why my business stays booming, because it's so wild out there that it's like, yeah, everybody needs a love candle right now. But no, that's true though. That's true. But yeah. So for the next episode, we gotta come up with a list and then of red flags.
yeah.
Oh, so I saw that you went to the concert a few weeks ago, the Raúl Alejandro concert.
Yes.
How was that?
It was so much fun. It was kind of like, in a way, last minute. I did tell my best friend, I was like, hey, look up tickets, just to see whatever. And then like 5 minutes later, I get the screenshots of like the confirmations. I was like, girl, I told you, look, not buy them. And so it was like, okay, like we're going. It was on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
So going up on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
So, we couldn't get too litty because, work next day. But it was so much fun. I had such a good time.
Hey, well, you guys still got pretty lit.
Yeah, we did. We went to the club after a little after parties.
Yeah.
I was like, I felt so out of place because there was like the younger crowd, and I'm like, oh my God, like I feel like we're señoras at the club. But it was fun. Like we still we weren't there for too long at the club, but just like we had to go to a few drinks and had a good time.
Yeah, it looked hella fun. And then
Shook a little booty.
yeah, like when I was watching your stories, I was like, damn, she getting tore up. And then I realized that it was a Tuesday night. I'm like, oh fudge, oh shit. Because the way your story looked, it looked like it goes on a Friday night, or Saturday night. I was like, oh damn. And then the next day I saw you post the electrolytes.
Yeah, dude. I still got up at 6 a.m, took the kids to school, went and got my electrolyte. And then I was like, I took that day off, the day of the concert, because I had to like go get my nails done. They're still holding strong, actually. But yeah, and I was like, damn, I should have took the day after maybe next time. But yeah, it was still a good time. We had so much fun.
No, I know that feeling, dude. Trust me. As soon as I saw you post the electrolyte, I was like, oh, dude, I know what you're going through. Trust me. I know exactly how you feel right now.
Those crudas after 30, like they just, oh my God, they just hit different. Like I need like 2 to 3 business days just to like feel myself again.
Dude, for real. Like me, I cut down my drinking to just the days that I record episodes.
Okay.
Like today, we're drinking just because of the episode, but during the week I try to not drink. But as soon as she got here, I told her like, hey, we got to drink because we need.
And I don't say no.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, because the alcohol definitely helps get to the podcast, to the episode. No, but seriously though, like while I was watching your stories, I was like, damn, it looks lit. It looked pretty lit over there, and it was pretty crowded for being a Tuesday night. Yeah,
definitely. There was and it was cool because he had a theme, which the themes, I promise you, they were all over the place. Like I remember like when I first was like, okay, I'm gonna get an outfit for the concert, and I kind of just bought like this shirt, and then I didn't know there was like themes for concerts nowadays. So I started seeing on TikTok that a lot of the girls were like, oh, it's gonna be like this, I don't know what era, some era, but the 50s, 60s. Oh, okay. Shit. And then a little bit later, según he posted something else, and I was like, okay, at this point, like I had already bought a dress, and I'm like, I'm just gonna wear this dress. I mean, at this point, I was done. I was like, I'm not gonna be ordering. One thing, I hate trying on clothes, so like I was like, we just wore dresses and heels. I think we just more dressed up like cute instead of like trying to like Yeah, so
instead of trying to go with the theme and stuff.
Yeah, and I remember when we were getting drinks, the guy actually, the one that was selling the drinks, was talking about the whole outfit thing. Like, what do you guys think about I was like, oh yeah, everybody's kind of like doing their own thing. We kind of explained to him how like the themes got switched, and we were like, at the end, we were just like, we don't care anymore. Like, we're just here to have a good time. Like. Yeah. I was hoping I'd end up on TikTok. Like, how they record people and they're like making fun of their outfit. Like, imagine. I was like, please don't let me like end up like, because I wore like a kind of like a cheetah print dress.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I'm like, I don't know why I went with that, but I was like, please don't let me like end up like a ridicula on TikTok. But yeah, I didn't see anything, but yeah.
Yeah, no, it's crazy because I didn't go to the concert, but I came across TikToks that were talking about, oh, like if you're going to go to a show, you got to wear the theme, and I was like, what? So I even saw the stuff about the whole theme, and you got to dress a certain way.
Yeah.
But like what matters, man, is that y'all had fun. That's the most important part. Fuck it, like man, forget the theme, dude. Like, but I have been hearing, I've been hearing about that a lot. Okay, like recently, muchos concerts, they're going like with a theme,
Yeah.
like even different type of artists. But what matters is that you guys have fun, so that's tight. That's
tight.
Dang.
Definitely.
Man, I haven't been to a concert in a while. I forgot what the last one I went to, but I'm gonna have to go to another one soon. Probably
the borrachera, the palomazo, May 2nd.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh, tight.
It's gonna be fun. Maybe.
Tight. I'm gonna have to
see. It's a Friday, so by all means, let me look into that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's a Friday, yeah, I'll probably make that one. Yeah, no, I think the very last show that I went to was when I went to LA in December. Fuimos a un concert allá.
Oh, okay.
But I haven't been to anyone's here recently, but I do want to go to more. I just don't really be outside like that. Mm-hmm. But dude, when I see everybody's posts and stuff, like that day when I saw your post, I was like, oh, man. Like I'm over here just at home. Like, but it's cool though. It's cool. It's always, even if it was, a weeknight, it's like, it's worth it. Sometimes it's good to get out.
No, yeah. And then you're like, it's especially like being a mom, it's the times you get to go out. It's like, I'm going to make it worth it. Like not anything crazy, of course, like, you're a mom and, but you're still a woman and you need to still go out and like make sure you unwind and like have that much deserved fun because like you deserve it. Go out, girl. Buy those tickets next time. Yeah,
because it's like you're stressed every other day, every day of the week, even the weekend sometimes. So might as well have fun,
Yeah.
But como dicen, una vez al año no hace daño, you know what I mean?
No, literally.
Dang, man. No, that's cool. But man, I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for coming through. Because I know it was your first podcast. So I know it was like we were talking about it before we started recording. She was like, dude, I'm gonna be hella nervous, which is hella normal. But like even us, even like me and my siblings, we still get nervous sometimes, But we definitely, looking forward to having you back for sure. This was, I forgot to say what episode this was. So this was actually episode 32.
Oh, wow.
So this is episode 32. Yeah, but we're definitely looking forward to having you back. Especially, like I said, it's Team Water Sign, It's always good to have Pisces on here. Another, fellow water sign. The emotional ones. We're definitely, there's a few sad episodes that we're going to have soon. So we might bring you back for that one. We might all get in here and get a crying session going.
Make sure I put on like my waterproof mascara.
Yeah, exactly. Or you're gonna have to wear some shades, some of these. But yeah, man. But yeah, like I said, we've known each other for like a long time, man, long time. And it's crazy, like I said, how it started, like she just needed a reading and then just turned into like a whole friendship. And but yeah, we truly appreciate you. And then it worked out perfectly because like my siblings, they were both busy this weekend.
Yeah.
So, thanks to Jeanette, thanks to you, we were able to get an episode out for the audience, for the viewers. So I know definitely the viewers are going to appreciate it for sure. But yeah, any last words you want to say?
No, just thank you so much for having me. I hope you guys enjoy the episode and spare me a break. It was my first episode and I was nervous and I this was literally like breaking my shell. So I'm glad I came and I had a good time. And I do hope to like be in the podcast with your siblings because they look so lit.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
No, but you did great though. Truly, you did great. Like normally, like I said, it's like it's awkward at first, especially the very first episode. But you did really good. You did great. So we truly appreciate you. We love you, como siempre. You know what's crazy? So there's this quick story time real quick before we sign off. So I mentioned on here before, this is how long we've known each other, right? So I mentioned on here before that I've been in a house fire, that I was in a fire. So a long time ago, we had a fire here where we're at, right here, like in the backyard. And you actually came through that day to pick up your order. Mm-hmm. And one of our trees was on fire that morning. So then she comes through to pick up her order. So I'm outside talking to her. And I'll never forget, because the way that I feel hella defeated because, everything that happened,
Yeah.
So I'm telling her the story, like, dude, guess what? Like this morning, pasó todo esto, pinche lumen and all that shit. And then she was like, oh fuck. She was like, yeah, I can hella tell. She's like, normally you're in a good mood, and like today I could tell that something happened. But like that whole experience of the fire and everything was so traumatic. But it was good to know that, I still had good people around me, like yourself. So como ese día, te digo, like when you came to pick up your candle, like I said, I was I was feeling defeated because of everything that just happened. But, that quick moment when I went out there to give you your bag and stuff, like that hell made my day, So I just want to say, thank you for that. But yeah, so it's been like, that was like a long time. That was like 5-6 years ago, probably. Yeah. It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while. Like when you actually sit back and think like, oh my God, when did I meet? Like when did we meet? Like, yeah, it's been time's flying.
Yeah, and it's crazy because back here, so right now we're filming this in the backyard. So it's crazy to know that back here was all on fire. It was all flamed up at one point, years back. And then now look what we did. I rebuilt and, we did all. And now we're able to have, Jeanette on here as a guest, hella years later. Cause
whatever we thought.
Yeah. Cause when that happened, man, it's like I said, like when the LA fires were happening and I'm seeing like all these houses and, property on fire, I'm like, dude, like I know what that feels like. So to know that, we were able to rebuild and then just, do this episode for you guys and do all these podcast episodes for you guys, that means a lot. But yeah, I was just thinking about that, like when we were planning this episode, I was thinking about that, like, damn, it's crazy. Like you were there when the fire happened and now we're making an episode back here in the backyard. Yeah. Cool. But all right, man, thank you guys so much for tuning in. This was episode 32. Again, with our special guest, thank you so much for coming through. So we'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.